All right, Coach Martin, welcome back to UCF. How you doing?
Man, I'm glad to be here, man. I'm great.
Awesome. So we were talking with Coach Frost, and he was talking about how kind of integral you were in helping kind of keeping the team together, given the age of college football we're in right now, and how easy it can be for players to go ahead and hop into the portal. What was it like during the transition? Since Coach Gus' departure and Frost's return, what was it like for you in that being in the position you were in?
At the end of the day, man, I can only control what I can control, right? And I had to come to work every single day and really just put my head down and just work, right? And figure things out. There were times where you didn't know if you were going to be here or not, but man, at the end of the day, you come to work every single day and have these players show up and trust the process with you. Just trust the process with it.
How do you go about recruiting in that scenario? Because I mean, again, given the age of college football, you're kind of recruiting your own team in a way. So what was it like kind of bringing some of these guys back, and some of these guys that did jump in the portal did jump back?
Yeah, man, it was important because at the end of the day, man, there was a time during the transfer portal situation where we didn't know who the head coach was going to be, and there was guys that jumped in the portal, and then when they heard Coach Frost was going to be here, they knew what the culture was, they knew who he was, and they wanted to be a part of it. So just having a familiar face with me, having a familiar face with Coach Frost, man, those guys came back. But it was a little hectic at times, but we figured it out, man, and we got this thing back rolling.
What was it like meeting Coach Frost?
Man, it was pretty cool, man. It was pretty cool. I heard a lot of stories about him, and that was my first time actually meeting him on his press conference. And he was a really cool, laid-back guy, man. And to be honest, it was a surprise how cool and laid back he was, man. He's a real, true, genuine person, man, and I'm glad I get a chance to work for him.
So what was it like then during that point in time between Coach Frost's hire and that before it was officially like confirmed that you were coming back? I mean, it's almost kind of like does it feel like you're kind of auditioning?
Well, I would say that, man. But at the end of the day, like I said before, man, I take this mentality everywhere I go is, man, control what you can't control, and I can control my work ethic, right? And I came up to work every single day, man, and I showed my worth, right? And I recruited my tail off. I developed guys, right? And he seen the worth, and he said, man, I want to try to keep you on. If you would like to, man, and with this being home, man, I stayed.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, what does it mean to you? Because, like, at least of the position coaches, you were the only one from the previous staff that Coach Frost brought back. I mean, what does that mean to you?
Man, it means everything to me, man. But at the end of the day, man, I'm extremely blessed, man. God put me in a position, man, to be successful, and honestly have a productive group, man, that trust the process and they were productive. And one thing about it, man, the recruiting aspect of it was a big thing too. I can help this team by building it up the way Coach Frost wants to do it, and that's how we did it, man.
So, of course, you have a new edge coach joining you this time around. Of course, Coach Frost is familiar with Coach Dawson from his previous tenure here at UCF. What is it like getting a chance to meet Coach Dawson and get a chance to work with him on the defensive line, considering that he used to, coach the whole line before?
For sure, man. No, he's a vet, right? He's a vet, man. He's been to a lot of places, man. He's been a Power 5 coach for a long time, right? Power 4 now, right? And he's been to the NFL. So he has a lot of experience, a lot of knowledge. So again, it's really good for us to come back, not come back together, but come together, all right, and throw ideas off of each other. The great thing about it, man, is we speak the same language. So that's a plus. There's a lot of D-line coaches that have their own kind of theories, philosophies, and we're kind of on the same. Well, not kind of. We are on the same page, and that's the great thing about it. So there won't be any back and forth or anything, man. I'm excited to work with Coach Dawson and really learn from him.
Yeah, like what's it kind of like, like learning from each other? Of course, he's defensive run game coordinator. He focused on edges, you focus on tackles. So what's it been like kind of forming that chemistry with him, at least in terms of having a united front on the D line?
Man, it's been awesome so far, right? But again, we didn't have much time. We've been recruiting our tails off here lately, but but the times that we have been spending together, man, it's been awesome. All right, I've been focusing on the interior, he's focusing on the edge, man. But ultimately, we do this thing together. together and make sure this thing meshes the right way.
So now that you know have kind of recruited some own players back, now you can kind of bring some other players in via the transfer portal. What's it been like working in that process this time around, and what have we kind of seek bringing people in from the portal?
Say that again.
What's it been like bringing some people in from the portal now? We've seen some action going. I don't know how much you can say specifically, but
Right. Well, man, at the end of the day, we have to make sure we get the right pieces, right? Get the right pieces to the puzzle. There's some guys, man, that we gotta make sure really fit what we want to do, fit the culture, right? We don't really just want to grab anybody, right? We want to make sure the guys that are come in, they'll be great in the locker room, but also be productive players for us, man. And I actually think I think we've hit on a lot of them. And just talking to my room in particular, man, Horace Lockett and RJ Jackson, they have been phenomenal so far. So I'm excited about those two guys.
Of course, you have John Walker, who was injured for a lot of last season as well. What has it been like to be with him through this process, and how much has kind of this season kind of helped mature him or evolve him?
Man, it's been good, man. It's been really good. So last year when he won Freshman All-American, man, he was going out there with raw ability, right? Being John Walker, right? He didn't really know why we were doing a lot of the things. He was just going out there being a good football player, and again, just being developed by me and stuff. But this past year, having to take a step back and not being able to play, he became my right-hand man in learning football, right? And why are we doing certain things, and why do I need to align this way, or why do we need to set this front some type of way, right? And that's been really good for him. So now the knowledge aspect of the game has come to him easy. So now when you know football and you know the knowledge and the whys, you get to play faster. So I think that was really good for him to be able to develop his knowledge off of it.
What's the biggest thing you want to see from your room during this spring?
Just keep growing. I just want to see them keep growing day by day, and honestly, just keep climbing the ladder, keep chopping down wood, man. I don't want to give them too many high expectations, but man, we're gonna work. We're gonna work and keep getting better.
Awesome. Well, welcome back, Coach. Thank you
Man,
very
I
much for coming
appreciate
back.
you, bro.